it was mentioned that I'm president of the Synod at this point, and have been for a number of years. When that started out, it was a part-time job. But when I say part-time, I was at the same time the president of the Synod and the editor of Der Friedensbote and the president of the seminary. And how does that sound to you? How does that sound to you? It was absolutely too much. It was absolutely too much. I wrote to a friend at that time, Ich bin... They decided that the seminary would be split off and we would have a separate head of the seminary. Then I could take the job of being the Synod president and the editor of Der Friedensbote. And that really made it much easier. And that's what the arrangement has been for a number of years. And I'm very pleased with that arrangement. To show you what I really feel that change could accomplish, in the first 2 years of that new arrangement, I visited every one of the 80 churches that had voted to become full-fledged members of the Evangelical Synod. And I visited almost every one of the 100 churches which had evangelical pastors, but had not yet voted to become members of the Synod. But you know, even with that effort, there were people who still said, we don't need a full-time president of the Synod. Why, the district presidents can do the visiting of that sort. Let the district presidents do that. I don't know. I don't know that we will ever be through arguing, disputing about what the structure of our denomination should be. Now, you notice that I talked about 2 different ways of being a part of the denomination. Your Kirche can have voted to become a full-fledged member, or you may be in a church in which the pastor is a member, but the church has not yet voted. We do have those 2 ways, and that reflects somewhat of a reality of church life. For the pastors and for the delegates who come to our meetings, it's probably relatively easy to become enthusiastic about what the denomination can mean. It becomes part of them. They can recognize the benefits